Welcome back to the Guildhall Podcast, an actual play RPG podcast. We are actually playing Fall of the Gods. This is the fourth session of this episode. So, where we last left off, apparently Dashir went crazy and decided that democracy was the right way to go over tyranny. So,
becoming a god really changes your perspective on the world. He's just trying to get his bros set up in the best possible situation before he pieces out.
Okay, so Dashir, back to you.
Yes! So, Dragonborn, hear me. Let me tell you why you should care. I don't know why I'm talking like this now. Dragonborn, you need to hear me. Let me tell you why. Let me list 1,001 reasons why Vecna is a threat to you. 1, and he's going to go on just talking about, he's just going to keep talking and talking while Dr.
I'm going to prod Eric and we're
Eric.
meanwhile.
And like, the Seer might start like just rolling into some cool battle stories, you know, every so often and talk about the glory of the Dragonborn race, and then weave back into and how we didn't want these glorious people to be threatened by Vecna, who's clearly trying to undermine blah 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 blah. You know.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how long that'll last.
So you start talking, and like as you're talking, a Yastel stands up and starts to walk towards you.
Yep.
Do you keep talking?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so Eric and Dr. peace out. And now
Yes.
Dashir sort of gets up, like... Well, so as you sort of get up and talk, so Reshep is sort of looking at you like, didn't you say you're not going to sit on the council?
Yes, but there's nobody had been officially elected yet, so
And then
have to do this until
as
they
he
can...
does, a Yastel just walks up to you, and then all of a sudden you two are gone.
Didn't see that
Eric.
one coming, sorry, you're on your own.
Didn't see this coming either.
Eric and Dictara, what are you doing?
We went off to find the gold dragons to represent, so we're trying
Well, we are
to
literally looking for Bahamut at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, Dashir. Alright, so you find yourself in Tytherian. You're sort of like...
Where's that?
That's the Gith place.
Oh, okay. So it's where Tiamat used to live.
Exactly.
That's where Zahir used to live.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Alright,
Ah,
so...
fuck! She trying to kill me?
Alright, so...
She's a bitch.
A Yastel, you and a Yastel are sort of like standing there. You're sort of like semi-translucent, starry, and you sort of look over, and she is sort of semi-translucent and starry.
This is very romantic, but, why are we here?
I see that you're gonna be an annoyance.
She's sharp, I give her that.
I don't wish to kill you, first off. If I wished to kill you, you would already be dead.
Yeah.
And I understand you have come into some amount of power, but the gods may inhabit the Astral Sea, but I am the Astral Sea.
She has a point.
You've also been the Astral Sea for a long time.
Yes. I have seen...
Congratulations.
I have seen worlds come and go. I have seen the death and birth of many, many worlds. And the dragon might consider themselves above mortals, but no matter how long a dragon lives, they are but children in my eyes.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
The
Are you getting to a point?
The dragons were meant for more than this. They were not meant for petty squabbles. They were not meant for the whims and wishes of this deity or that. If Vecna claims all of the power that he can possibly claim, he will be gone eventually and I will still be here. It is irrelevant to the lifetime of the true dragons, of the dragons that Io and Ayastal came from, the dragons that you have descended from when
This is the problem I have with your dragons.
Let me
You constantly
finish.
think yourselves
Let
above
me
everyone else.
finish.
Oh shit.
Talk.
If you wish for the dragons to join your quest, she then hands you the weapon. The weapon that was carved from her Riket. The weapon that slew Io in half. Then kill Bahamut. And then she's gone.
Why?
And now you find yourself standing on Tytherian. And as you sort of look to the horizon, you see the armies of Bahamut rising against the Gith. Which, by the way, Duktar, I warned you about, but you seem to have forgot.
Excuse me that it has been 10 months since we played last time. Why
So-
again this is happening? Could you
The
please fill me in the blanks? Because that is a
Be-
giant fucking blank with me right now.
Because Bahamut saw Gith. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, Duktar wasn't
You never
notified of
told
this.
me.
Dashir was notified of this. He didn't tell you. I'm sorry.
God fucking
Dashir does not remember this either. So Dashir does not
Colin,
take
I give you a
responsibility
pass
for this
since it's
shit.
been 10 months, because this is something I really wanted to know.
I laugh because like me and Dr. like arrive on like Tetheria, and it's like
Alright, Paul, before I start murdering lawful good creatures by the dozen, please tell me what this shit was about.
Bahamut saw Gith use the weapon. Whether or not he had any love for Tiamat, he wanted to make sure the weapon was no longer in the hands of the Gith. So, he rallied an army to attack the Gith stronghold.
Oh,
I was never told about this.
No. I
completely
just
unaware.
realized Duktar
And
was
I
never
think
told about
even
this.
that-
Dashir
I think
was.
even that I'm out of character, not aware of this.
Was this-
because I don't
No.
know, I was
I
going
know for a
out
fact.
smoking or some shit.
Robert.
Did
No. I
Aetheria
know for a
tell
fact.
me about this?
Hold on. I know for a fact you were warned about this because this happened before Gith died, and you were laughing like, "Oh, Gith is gonna get what's coming to her," and then she sort of had the whole turn.
Dude, I'm sorry. Do you
That's fine.
really attempt to make... Sometimes you have to remind us of plot holes when
Oh,
we are
no.
having
No.
months-long breaks.
No, because Dashir never told you, so it doesn't matter.
God
I-
damn it.
Well, who told me? Did Aetheria tell me or whatever her name
Ayastel
is?
told you that.
Ayastel
God
told
fucking
me.
damn it.
Ayastel told me.
Yeah,
Well,
that was part
Well,
of the
but
they're
conversation.
not going to get your help because I'm murdering them all.
but she didn't tell me where Bahamut was. She didn't know where he
No.
was.
But she knew what he
So-
was planning.
But she knew what he was planning. I don't recall any of this. Dashir is going to say he doesn't remember.
Okay, so you find yourself in Tytherian.
Oh, God, now I gotta
What
go
do you
talk
do,
to Bahamut.
Dashir?
Dashir goes to find fucking Bahamut.
Okay.
Like, he's not gonna kill anyone. He's gonna keep the weapon and just, like, hold it. Like, not use it, keep it sheathed, what the fuck ever else. Like, he doesn't want to cut himself on it because he'll die. So, although, I mean, he's not... I don't know, he's still a dragon, but whatever. So he's gonna go find Bahamut and be like, what the fuck is going on? Here's the weapon, it's here, nobody's using it on anybody else. Stop attacking the Gith.
Okay.
And why does Ayastel want me to kill you? He's just legitimately just wants to ask Bahamut these questions.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, like, the army sort of start riding out. You sort of see, like, the astral skiffs, like, hundreds and hundreds of Dragonborn legions just start, like, jumping down and charging the ranks of the Githyanki and the Githzerai. And
Can
sort
I
of,
try
like,
to insert myself in between? Because I really want to just fight everyone, because I'm a god of war,
This
and
is-
I'm actually
this-
digging this really a lot.
This is the problem. You are still one person. There's an entire battle going. There's an entire, like, war that's being
War
currently
going on.
fought. And it's actually sort of, like, invigorating you. You're sort of like
Oof, yeah.
throwing off the energy. It's like, wow, this is really cool.
Woof, woof. Man, I wanna. Oof. Oh no, go talk to Bahamut. Bahamut, go talk to Bahamut. Go talk to Bahamut. That was a great swing. Oh, look at that. Oh, we'll go talk to Bahamut. Bahamut. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
So he's just like floating through this fight, like just being like, oh, great swing. You know, he's got suddenly Scottish. Oh, that was a great swing. Oh, that was,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, so you charge down the ranks of the Dragonborn, and then you find yourself standing in front of an old man with 7 canaries flying around his head.
It was 7, not 8, gotcha.
Okay, fine.
I don't know.
I
No,
might
don't
have
remember.
had the
If you
wrong
say
number. I thought it was 7.
it's fine.
It might be 9.
I don't know. No, it might be 7.
Could be
Bashir,
25.
Bashir holds out his hand and is like, Bahamut,
7.
uh,
Damn.
So, gotcha.
Bahamut, we have not met before. My name is Bashir. I need to talk to you.
What is it, child?
Don't say that again. Here's the deal. The Gith don't have the sword anymore. The one that used it to strike down Tiamat is dead. I have the sword because what's the lady's name? Astottle or
A Yastel.
Ayastel? Because Ayastel gave it to me, and Ayastel asked me to kill you, and I don't know why. So perhaps you could shed some light on this situation. And while I really don't want you to stop this war, because I'm now the god of war, if you could hold off and maybe wait for us to redirect those forces towards, I don't know, Vecna, I would prefer if you could do that.
My aunt seems to believe that the gods should remain separate from the dragons. So I sort of exist as her antithesis of that point.
So,
Oh fuck, he defines himself by being an enemy. Oh, fucking Bahamut. Sorry, please continue.
defines himself by being an enemy of what?
He always defines himself by being the opposing side of the second eldest dragon, or whatever. Tiamat was the one who took the first step, and he became the antithesis. Now Tiamat is gone, and he immediately identifies himself as
enough table
another
chat.
antithesis. Sorry. Fucking bastard. I love you, Paul. You are the glorious bastard. You dick.
I'm sorry, you were saying? Didn't mean to interrupt.
Um,
Your aunt thinks of you as what?
So basically what he said was, my aunt thinks that the dragons have to remain separate from the Astral Sea. Like, the powers of the dragon have to be completely separate from the powers of, of the gods.
The divine of the
And
divine, right.
he is the exact example of what she thinks is wrong in the world. He is both a dragon and a god. So he is sort of the living embodiment of that division. And she does not believe that that division should take place. She thinks that that division it has to stand. The dragons are meant for so much more than petty squabbles of gods. And her basic belief is that the death of Io is a horrendous thing that happened. And the fact that Tiamat and Bahamut both became gods and got caught up in all of the battles of the wars of the gods is wrong. It's sacrilege. And so someone, and she says you, has to end this.
Well, then what would she think of me? I'm a Dragonborn who's now a god. I guess she doesn't give a shit about Dragonborn since we're already kind of not full dragons in her mind.
Yeah. Or she just hasn't turned her attention on you yet.
Well, here's the problem I have with Ayastel, Bahamut, and maybe it's the same one that you have. She only cares about the dragons, not all of everyone with dragon blood. My greatest concern has always been those of my kin, the Dragonborn, and now the umbrella has stretched out to include kobolds and lizardmen and others that have dragon blood but have never gotten the respect they are due from the dragons. Obviously, you have Dragonborn in your armies and everything else. What of you and your canaries and everybody else? do you all wish for the recreation of the lattice, I'm assuming? You wish to remain in your stature as the god of judgment?
Yes.
I mean, what?
The
So
lattice
what
should
are
be
your
recreated.
what are your goals then in relation to the other dragons? Do you just wish them to do whatever they want and you don't care?
I do not care about the wish and the wishes and what am I can't think of the word. Whatever. I don't care about the whims and follies of any of the dragon. If people flock to my side and they follow my tenets, then I care for them. They're my children, and I'll follow them. If the rest of the dragons wish to form a council and basically elect their own leaders and basically rule over themselves, let them. Anyone who follows me, dragon, human, elf, is more than willing to be one of my children as far as I'm concerned.
All right. We were attempting to ally the dragons in their support against Vecna. They don't seem terribly inclined. Do you even think it's worth pursuing that?
If you turn over the weapon, I will align my armies with yours in this quest.
Is it okay if I just keep it and tell everyone that I'm not going to use it on anyone? It seems like everyone wants this weapon, and whether you have it or whether the dragons have it, you're going to be at each other's throats. I can stay above all that.
No, I
I'm a
think
god
the
of
weapon should be
war.
destroyed.
That's not a bad option. How are you going to do that?
I'm not sure yet.
You think Morden has any good ideas?
Morden is about creation, not about destruction.
Yes.
There's a place
right.
in the Astral Sea, if the lattice gets recreated, that we attempt to sequester anything that we deem too dangerous to fall in any hands. We can probably place it there.
Out of curiosity, what's happened to this place since the lattice has been broken?
I don't know. As far as I'm aware, no one has been able to reach it.
That's good, because I would rather not have a bunch of incredibly powerful, dangerous objects getting distributed around to people who ought not to have them.
Like this knife.
Or this doomsday device.
It does worry me somewhat, though, that Paul smirked when I started talking about it.
It's worrisome because we didn't know about it, and now it exists. Now it's a worrisome thing.
Now I'm very concerned, Paul. Paul? What?
Bahamut?
I don't like this. I really fucking don't like this. Alright, Bahamut. Here's the deal. I don't want to kill you. I don't really want to kill any of the dragons, frankly. I prefer that everyone stop bitching at each other. I want everyone to just kind of go their own ways and do what they want, and, you know, as long as we have some good-natured wars going on, I'm fine.
Good-natured wars.
You know, the dragon folk, my dragonkin, have their place in the council if they so desire to utilize it. And any followers that want to follow me, any followers that want to follow you, I'm chill. Okay, that's all great. My biggest concern right now that I've become fully invested in this whole god thing, is to restore the crystal of Lattice, which means eliminating Vecna. So, what do I need to do to get your support? If I can have your support, then I don't necessarily feel like I need the dragon's support. I can have my people, they will follow me, and your armies would be beneficial as well. Do you want me to give you the weapon, or do you want me to just find this place and see if we can restore this warehouse or whatever it is that we need to store it in?
You pledge on your life and on your power that you'll protect that weapon and keep it from harm.
I will do that.
And you pledge on your life and your power that when the time comes, you will turn it over and place it into a place far beyond the hands of any mortal or any interloper interfere.
I absolutely pledge.
Then I will agree to your terms.
Very well. So, could you call off this particular war for now, so that we can redirect these towards Vecna when we get to it, as much as I'm enjoying this?
As you say, like, all the canaries sort of, like, fly out.
Thank you. You're a good guy. It's nice to get to know you. I hope we have some nice chats in the future. I've got to go explain the situation to the rest of the dragons and to my kin.
So I construct a golden dragon, and I cast a ritual to talk to the avatar of Bahamut.
Okay, so all of a sudden you see one of the canaries of Bahamut. It's, let me see what.
One moment, I have their names. It would probably be the negotiator,
Sure.
Groomer, the voice.
What color?
He's gold. They are all gold dragons.
I thought none of the canaries were gold. I
No,
thought they were all
there are
metallic.
7 gold dragons.
whatever.
The 7 great
All
gold
right,
dragons.
so
No,
you
Bahamut's
see in
the
a
platinum dragon.
yeah,
Or,
he's
or
a
the
platinum
messenger.
dragon. But the canaries,
Or the
they're-
messenger.
The
The
They're
canaries
gold.
are all gold
They're
dragons.
canaries because
Okay.
they're also gold.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so you see an enormous gold dragon which appears to have a Githyanki in its mouth. Why have you summoned it?
We're trying to get the gold dragons on our side in the Dragon Council. We're trying to, raise the dragons up against. Well, we'd rather say it to
disappear.
Bahamut. We'd rather say it to Bahamut
Does
directly.
Dashir see this conversation
No.
going on, like, off to his left or something?
By the way, I disappear and fuck this shit. I'm crushing this party.
So
Okay.
we're trying. So like, we don't. Wait, are you Vecna?
No. Why would you ask me that?
It's a thing. You have to tell us if you are.
But I'm not.
Good. So we're trying to get a message about Bahamut. We're trying to get him on our side in the council. That's what we're trying to do. We have this guy, Dr. He's also. We're trying to get more
When you
people.
look around, he's not there anymore.
Oh yeah, and Dashir. I meant Dashir. Actually, I did not want to say Dr. So, but I've been told I shouldn't talk to anybody, but the person I'm trying to talk to themselves. I don't know why. So, is there a way I can talk to Bob and ask him this?
I got something a lot more pressing right now. Can we sort of like put a pin in this conversation? Maybe have it like another time?
This is happening right now. There's a council meeting that we're gonna call a vote very soon.
I am in battle.
Oh, do you need any help? I can join you. Just tell me where to
Sure.
go. I'm there.
Duktar,
Yes.
you sort of arrive at the main Githyanki camp.
Yes.
There appears to be a heated battle going on. There appears to be hundreds of retreating dragonborn that are all being sort of chased down and attacked by hundreds and thousands of United Giths, Githzerai, and Githyanki.
Okay. I'm just gonna. This is clearly an attack by Bahamut, right? There's not any question about this. The insignia and everything, and this all fits, or
Make a religion check.
really. Make me make a religion check.
I just want to see if you roll a natural one.
Really? Alright, fair enough.
Are these even dragons that they're fighting?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I rolled a 14.
you know.
Alright, so in that case, he's not even gonna address the small folk battle or anything, and he's just okay. This is the same power which he used when basically he's pissed. The fight with the fight with the World Ender rattled him. Facing his daughter dying touched him, and now it's seething rage. So across the battlefield, there's this call in both voice and mental shout, just dominating of like, Bahamut, you and I now talk. Send your seven. If they or send your seven, send for terms or die. It doesn't matter who you send. I will kill them until I meet you and we speak terms.
The sheer wanders over.
Yes, that would be actually very soothing at this point. But he is pissed.
Deshiro, when he hears the mental shout go across the battlefield, he'll be like, Bahamut, you done goofed. And then we'll fly over to Duktar. And he's going to try, every time he has a chance to like separate groups of Gith and Dragonborns, he's gonna like throw down a hammer, get those guys out of here, like everyone fucking get the fuck away from each other.
Okay.
You know.
So, Dashir, Duktar, and Bahamut are face to face.
Explain yourself.
Alright, hold on.
Not you.
Duktar. Okay, this was all a big fucking misunderstanding. Alright? And it was mostly because your daughter killed Tiamat. Which caused, you know, some anger feelings from Bahamut.
Before you continue talking, has the battle ended while we retreat?
Since you have not ordered your people to stand down, the battle is still raging.
Well, I'm not the commander of this thing. I'm just here to face the boss.
Basically, what's happening is the Gith are fighting back like they're defending their homeland now to another retreating army.
Thought.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I ask again: has the battle stopped while we are retreating?
My forces are retreating. Your forces are still attacking.
Oh no. I am not the god who orders his people to go onto an extinction march.
Then don't blame Bahamut for ending the... He's done all he can to end the battle, alright? So if you're not going to help in the battle, then shut the fuck up and go help in the battle. We're trying to do that right now.
I'm just gonna... So he's much calmer now, and he's gonna send down that the enemy leader is being treated with him. Please strengthen defenses. And then he's gonna face down Bahamut a lot calmer now. Explain.
Gith had a weapon that could destroy all of Dragonkind. I was here to ensure that weapon was no longer used.
You are aware that she returned that weapon?
He is now.
When would I have been informed?
Well, I just told you because I have it.
If you had been following the dragon, whatever the dragons are doing right now, you would know this.
What do you mean?
It was the weapon was asked for and the weapon was delivered in order to end a war and so that this might not happen.
Okay, who was the weapon delivered to?
Reshep.
You see, I would say that is unacceptable.
What do you have against Reshep? Because he's a chromatic?
Nothing personally, but that weapon needs to be removed from existence, not placed in the hand of another squabbling child.
Then take this up with the squabbling child who is now in session for a council he has created while you were doing...
Yes, just hold on.
I am riled up by this. I will center myself while you two speak.
I got you. So let me outline the situation for you. So there's a lot going on here behind the scenes, which I'm sure you're used to. But Aristotle, the dragon of the astral sea, she doesn't see eye to eye with Bahamut. So when they gave the swords to Reshep, apparently she got it somehow and gave it to me so that I would kill Bahamut. Because she doesn't want the dragons to be involved in divine matters. She wants them to be completely separate, astral-only entities. Obviously, Bahamut being the antithesis of that is a problem for her. I have the sword right now. I'm going to keep it and not let anyone else use it. Bahamut has said he will assist us in our endeavors against Vecna.
I have yet questions to ask of Bahamut.
Okay.
These will be asked in calmness. Are you aware that Gith is dead?
No.
Did you ever send message for a treaty so that this weapon might be delivered and no longer be used ever from my people?
I never thought the Githyanki were honorable enough to sort of accept something along those lines. Your people, the Githzerai, I have always thought were honorable.
You see both of them standing together on the battlefield against your forces.
This is a new development.
This is a development which you were unaware of, as you have not been part of developments lately. Since the lattice broke very much.
So, was Gith's intentions of killing Tiamat honorable?
Gith's intentions were to protect her own, as there was a war which was led by two war leaders, Gith on one side and Tiamat on the other. Both sought to seek the destruction of the other in a combat which did not involve anyone else but them and their forces. This was the strike of one leader against another leader, and not the willing destruction of a people.
Dr. Though, to be fair, you went to great lengths. I know about the Staff of Oppression, right? My character does.
I'm guessing.
Oh, you know I faced down Roshem at one point.
So, you went to great lengths to acquire the object that was a threat to your race.
Yes.
Did you not? To be fair, this is simply Bahamut doing the same for his own. Now, unfortunately, he did not have all the information that would have helped him make a more informed choice.
Bahamut,
But,
not the god of knowledge.
Also not the god of wisdom, thank you very much. Also not the god of lawful fucking good at this point anymore. Anyhow, the difference lies in that I sought to do this without the wanton destruction of a people. Reparations need to be paid. You have grieved my people greatly with your unannounced attack.
So what do I see when I get to the battlefield? I'm casting spells.
Okay,
Healing people.
you sort of like healing anyone who's injured, sort of like, he's about to die, no he's not. No he's not. No he's not. And you sort of like walk up to this war console, I guess.
I'm like, these are Saxon's people, I gotta heal them. Wait, but I came here with the golden dragons, I'm trying to get them, so I'm healing. Who do I fight?
Yes, you have done great grievance against my people, and reparations need to be paid. You need to have consequences for your actions in this.
And what
Is
do you
this not
wish?
just right?
And what is
It
it
is
that you
not.
wish?
It is not to me that you should apologize and give these terms to, but these you have wronged down there. They have voices of their own. Deign to talk to those you seek to destroy. When they have their own voice and their own leaders, they will treat with you and they will accept your terms of surrender and explanation because they have been taught wisdom.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get him to surrender. He might apologize for attacking under mistaken pretenses, but he's not going to surrender his army.
I'm not telling him to surrender his army. It's a technical surrender.
I will
You know, if you had
apologize,
just,
and I will retreat. That is what I will do.
if you had just, mentioned the fact that the dragons had possession of the dragon sword to the rest of the dragons and Bahamut to begin with, we wouldn't be in this mess. You realize,
If you had cared about what the world is doing and turning, if you had involved yourself beyond your sphere of domination.
Gith is a warlord.
Gith was a warlord, and Gith
Until
had the ability
when?
to change. Until she died.
You are talking eons versus moments.
So you wish me to oversee this incident because you can no longer live in the moment which is now and have lost yourself in a greater picture.
Daktar, it is hard to convince
I
someone
am
of something.
walking away from this. Do what you must. And he turns his back on you.
This was why a god should also learn wisdom and not just power.
You know, Daktar, not to be rude, but it is so interesting that it always seems that your wisdom is always the correct path. Maybe you should perhaps learn some wisdom yourself in that.
I don't claim to be a god. I don't claim to be infallible.
We don't. Since when have gods been infallible? Just because you're a god doesn't mean you're infallible.
Really? He thinks he was in the right. He did not even think about his actions for a moment before he ordered the attack. He didn't never for a moment.
When there is a threat to your people, you should understand more than anyone else. You will do anything to accommodate it, to address it, to make it sure it
Do I
doesn't
do it
happen.
as blindly as he did? No, I do not.
No, you just make deals with betrayers, that's all. Look, I'm just trying to say, stop going off on people, alright? You're not going to earn us any allies in your war against Vecna by pissing everyone else off.
Then go make an ally of him.
I already did, thanks.
See how he can be used.
He's already an ally, I hope, still.
Mhm.
You're gonna go smooth things over with Bahamut.
I'm gonna go buddy up with Bahamut a little bit. We'll talk over it. He's always a friend. Sometimes he gets a little upset. Things happen. There's a big misunderstanding.
He's really
he'll
nicer
cool
than
down a
this.
little bit. It's all right. You're still going to Vecna though, right? We're still doing that thing next Thursday, right? You got it. All right.
And tell Bahamut to stop identifying himself as the enemy of whoever he chooses.
Well, you didn't hear that part.
He told me about who was gonna kill whom.
Huh?
That his aunt wanted to kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
Colin.
Sorry.
Colin
This is-
sort of did, but alright.
Yeah, I was getting there, and then other things happened. I didn't get through the full explanation.
Well,
Probably should let you know what's going on, but at this point, I'm not super concerned about the dragons. We've got the Dragonborn on the council. We've got the rest of them on the council with seats. If I don't want to deal with the dragons anymore, they're fucking confusing.
Yay, dictatorship!
Thank you. Finally, we are no longer dealing with the dragons. Okay.
No, just I've still got my armies and everything else.
I'm completely over.
I probably need to I need to get like an official army of Cord. Like he's got an army of Bahamut. I need an army of Cord.
There's
So I
all
need-
the angels still
that's
around.
like-
You can recruit them.
That's true. I need to go reintroduce myself to all the angels.
Yes, you do.
Hey, how you doing? I know I killed your boss, but come work for me. It'll be great.
Pretty much.
Lots more drinking. Maybe not a lot more drinking. He's
But
like a pretty
it was a one-on-one fight, and their boss lost, and they are the honorable battle dudes.
That's a good point. Well, all right. So
If
we're
anyone
all,
would accept this, it's probably them. So
we're all smooth over here now. Everyone's friends again. You
Yes.
know. Okay. All right. We're good. Dragons
Okay,
are done
so-
with.
So, hold on one second. Tashir,
Yes.
Robert,
Mhm.
how would Amon react? Or Amon, or what's his name?
Almond.
Alden?
Alman?
Alman, thank you.
Go
we
and have a
established-
long Go and have a long, hard look at this new god of war. Then gonna ask him what he's gonna do. And when he doesn't like what this guy says, he's just gonna shake his head and walk away from this.
So right now, Robert, you're playing Ullman,
Oh my god. Yes.
leader of the armies of Cord.
Oh my god, he's the leader of the armies of God. Great. So he never got his holiday. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dashir. I am the new god of war and the storm and everything else. Nice to meet you. I hope we have a nice working relationship.
Yes.
Now, I will say,
very
one second, even though he's calling himself Dashir, it was more of like an essence merging thing and not sort of
I got that.
an
part, yes.
obliteration thing.
Yes. We are aware.
Good. Do you have any questions?
What has changed?
I might look a little different.
Then who do you identify as? Do you identify as the usurper who went out to win a throne and got it through combat? Or do you identify as the one who went to Mount Celestia and found his true calling?
Right now, it is probably a little bit of both. It is a relatively new thing. It will take some time for everything to merge together. I will tell you this. Both of those histories are present in this being.
Will they ever be forgotten?
No.
What is it you wish? What is it you seek?
For right now, I seek the restoration of the lattice of heaven, and I seek to lead the people that are at war, to be the ones they raise their battle cries to be the ones they pray to be the one that they see when they look at the storm crossing the waters.
And except for killing the god of war, yes, in a duel. Except for that, what have you done for the world?
The world, right now, hasn't done anything because it's about to collapse on itself. I was a mercenary.
What had you done? What have you done for the world?
What had I done? My previous self? Nothing terribly spectacular. It's not the lie.
Then why should we follow you?
Because I aim to do spectacular things.
War?
War
Glory?
is a part of it. Glory is a part of it. Honor is a part of it.
To what end goal?
There is no end goal to war. There is no end goal to glory. It is just what it is.
Do you have any goal except restoring the lattice, as you say? Do you simply seek to sit on this throne and revel in the powers of a god?
No. No. I am not one for sitting and watching.
You wish to go out and wet your blade and hammer yourself then? You
There
wish
may
to
be
revel in the battle and bathe in the blood of your enemies?
There may be some of that. There may be some of encouraging others to do that. There may be some of appreciating the accomplishments of my followers. There will be all these things.
Where's the weapon of court?
I have the hammer.
I do not know your essence. I know that part of court is within you. I will tell you that for a time, I was bound to the sword. It knows me intimately, and I know it. I tamed it. Now I wish to see what has changed. So I ask of you, if you wish my allegiance, give me the hammer and allow me to see your soul.
He puts the hammer down in front of you.
Yeah, Armand will probably pick it up. He's not attempting to swing it at you or anything. He's just gonna hold it for a little while and you are in many ways what he once was. You were brash, straightforward, not a terribly great tactician, and you have a focus which is almost unmatched. Learn to and strive to be more. If you ever stray from this, I will challenge you myself, and there will be another duel, and you will lose. If you do, however, wish to become greater, to restore the lattice, and to become worthy of being called the god of battle and lord of war, then I will follow you and guide you.
I would expect nothing less than a duel, but I do not believe you should be so confident should you ever choose to fight.
Prove me wrong when the time comes. Even better, don't let it ever come to that. Because when I doubt you, that will be when I will attempt to take you down. He gives you back the hammer.
You will never have a reason to doubt, that is for true.
Make sure of that. Safeguard the world which needed to be broken in order to safeguard it. Alright, motherfucker has my allegiance. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do this.
And with that, we'll be right back with the final episode just in a couple seconds.